Hello, the program is Stan the History Man. I'm your host, Dr. Stanley Sandler. Today I want to talk about the phrase that was used by Mao Zedong when he defeated the nationalists and took over China. China has stood up. In Tiananmen Square in October of 1949, he proclaimed that with the victory of China over the communists over the Chinese nationalists, China has stood up. But I don't think so. Most historians, people, and journalists and all just automatically say that, but I don't think so. I think when China stood up was during the Korean War, because in June 1951, the armistice negotiations opened up at the village of Quezon, which was basically between no man's land between Allied or United Nations forces and Chinese and North Korean forces. And at that time, we negotiated with the Chinese and the North Koreans, but especially with the Chinese, as equal powers. As a matter of fact, the Chinese were very clever this way. They had the Americans say, well, you people are south, you come on the south side of the border, and we'll be on the north side of the border. But in China, the defeated person is always to the south. That's just Chinese tradition, and the victor is to the north. And they were pretty clever. The other thing they did was say, well, to avoid misunderstanding or whatever, please have white flags on your Jeeps as you come to Quezon. Oh, for sure, we don't want to be, I don't have any trouble here. And so the Chinese took pictures of American Jeeps coming there with white flags from the south, like we're surrendering. We're just negotiating the surrender here. But at any rate, we had treated them as equals, our negotiators and their negotiators, and then the heads of state talking about how negotiations are going or not going. They're often on, off, and whatever. They went on for 2 years. But that was the time when China negotiated with the United States, with the United Nations as an equal power. I think that is when China stood up. That's the program, Stan the History Man. I'm your host, Dr. Stanley Sandler. Thank you for watching and listening.